Good morning, world travelers. The only destination we're at today is our hometown. We're gonna spend this Sunday morning taking Jaeger for a walk. The other night we were reminiscing about our favorite places that we've gone to eat on our travels over the years. So we decided to make a top 10 compilation list of our favorite places we've gone. We're gonna share them with you today.
Before we start our top 10 list, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe so we can continue providing you the best of our content. Before we start the video, check out my Beeves new glasses. show them real quick what they could do.
I was so excited about these because they're from Pair Eyewear. I know they don't sponsor me. I'm just really excited about them.
Yeah.
Look, they're regular glasses, like regular glasses, and then you can get sunglasses or other glasses, any different colors, and look. Boom! I have new glasses.
She showed me that for 30 minutes the other night. By
I
the way,
did.
check out that Peru shirt. Peru's gonna be our destination in about what, 42 days I think it is.
Something like that.
Yeah, we just can't wait.
All right, guys. Number 10 on our list is the Salty Donut in Wynwood, Miami. They do small batches of craft donuts.
Yeah.
There, I got a pistachio donut, which is my favorite pistachio, and you got a guava and cheese, which is a staple down there in South Florida.
Absolutely, a staple in pastelitos, guayaba con queso. I guess I wanted it more in pastelito kind of tasting, but I mean, it was still good. How'd you like your pistachio?
I thought it was amazing, and I was trying to explain to Alex that it's not supposed to be pastelito tasting, it's supposed to be pastelito inspired in a donut form, which I thought they knocked out of the park. They also have signature lattes. I got a cinnamon toast crunch latte, which was awesome. So out of 1 to 5 based on food and experience, I gave them a 4.5.
Yeah, I mean, it was a nice place. It was kind of hard to get an experience right now in COVID times when we traveled. Was it sometime last year? But still, the taste was good enough. I gave them a solid 3.5. At number 9, just 2 weeks ago, we went to New York, New York. Our first stop was a breakfast stop, Brooklyn Bagel and Coffee Company. We enjoyed the Everything Bagel with that wonderful scallion cream cheese. And nice coffee as well that Melissa, you had.
Yeah, I had the iced coffee.
Yeah, that was a nice touch. Brooklyn Bagel and Coffee Company, they offer about 15 bagels and some other seasonal options, as well as 14 cream cheeses and other seasonal options. To me, it was outstanding. The size of the bagel was enormous than what you see normally. The taste of the cream cheese was phenomenal. Overall, I think I gave it a 4, a solid 4. You don't get much experience at a New York bagel shop. You know, you're gonna have to wait, you know, because a lot of people want to eat that up there. But overall, taste and experience a 4.
Yep, I gave them a 4 as well. Solid bagel. Definitely be back there if we're ever in New York again.
Absolutely.
All right, at number 8, we're staying in New York, right across town in Manhattan. Eileen's Cheesecake. It's actually Eileen's Special Cheesecake, which we would agree it was pretty darn special.
Oh yeah.
They were the most light and fluffy, but rich and creamy cheesecakes. I like that it's a family-owned business. Grandma Eileen started it, I don't know how many years ago, but it stayed in the family. I loved it. Just a little tiny place, so not much in the way of experience, but based on taste alone, I would give it a 5.
Yeah, a real solid score there. I had the strawberry cheesecake. You had?
I had cookies and cream.
Okay.
But there are over, I think, 12 to 14 different types of cheesecakes that you can try there.
Absolutely. I mean, like I said, kind of hard to get experience nowadays. We just went a couple weeks ago, and in either way, they're a small shop, so not much you could do on the inside. But on the cheesecake alone, it was a solid 4.5 for me. That was outstanding. And at numero 7, this one hits home in a good way. We went down to South Florida last year. We had Aromas del Peru, located in Coral Gables, which is the city where I graduated from high school. And Peru, that's background, part of my background. My mother's side of the family's from Peru. So you put 2 and 2 together, Miami and Peruvian food down there, it's a great mix. I ended up having ceviche, classical ceviche. It was like out of this world. It exceeded expectations. The experience was outstanding. Whether or not in COVID times, it was safe. You know, everybody was safely distanced. The ambience was outstanding. The service was great. They had like a big fake golden wall back there with the logo of the restaurant. You kind of felt you were back in Incan times before Pizarro did his thing with the Incas. But yeah, I gave it a solid 5 all around for the experience and the taste of the food. Sweetheart, tell them what you had.
I had ají de gallina. I'm sure I butchered that.
I'll help you out. Ají de gallina.
There you go. That's what I had, which is a shredded chicken dish with the ají yellow pepper and served with a hard-boiled egg.
Right.
It was very good. The only critique I had was it could have used a little bit more salt, but they blew me away with dessert. Alex snuck off and told them it was my birthday. They showed up with a beautiful piece of chocolate cake with a sparkler in it, and they wrote happy birthday on the plate. So that was a real nice touch. They were out of picarones, which I really wanted, so that took away half a point, and the lack of salt took away half a point. So I gave them a 4 out of 5.
Yeah, and I'm biased, you know, with my Peruvian background and being from Miami, I'm gonna give them the perfect 5. Either way, it's a highly reviewed restaurant. Give it a shot when you're in town.
All right, at number 6, we are staying in Florida, but going up north a little bit to Orlando, and the Universal's Islands of Adventure, the #1 rated theme park restaurant for many years in a row, Mythos. We are taking a trip down to Atlantis, where, who is that?
King Triton?
King Triton, yeah, he could pop out on any corner with the theming of this restaurant. It was on point.
Oh, it was nice. It felt like you were like in underwater kind of cave environment. Yeah,
they had the mermaid scales and water fountains. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Food was wonderful. Usually when you think theme park food, you're like, not the best, but they really did a great job. We got the spanakopita dip, which is like a spinach dip that has feta cheese, lemon, different kinds of herbs and spices. Fantastic. It wasn't bland at all. It came out with some warm charred pita chips, which the waiter overheard that I don't eat pork, and he brought me a special batch because they are fried in pork fat. So he brought me a special batch that were not fried in the pork fat. So kudos to that waiter.
Yeah.
And we got a big drink, which was the Potion of the Gods, which was so good. It was so fruity, but not overly sweet. Didn't even taste like you were drinking alcohol, which can be a problem, especially in Florida in the middle of the summer. But we managed to do good. So between the theming and the food, I would give a 4 out of 5.
Absolutely, I totally agree with that score. I love the service, like you highlighted. The theming was outstanding, and also Mythos is a highly ranked, actually top ranked as far as theme park restaurants go. I forgot who the reviewer was, but they have like this big banner right in front of the restaurant. So if you're ever there, you'll notice that too. So we highly recommend
Definitely
Mythos.
check that out.
Yeah, when you're at Islands of Adventures at Universal Studios. All right, coming in at number 5, número 5, Antojitos. Antojitos is a Mexican restaurant, also in the Universal Studios Park, but it's actually in City Walk when you actually get before in. Antojitos translates to cravings, little cravings. And boy, the cravings were satisfied that day, I'll tell you. We had tableside guac. You had a frozen margarita, which was strawberry frozen margarita. It was outstanding. And some fajitas. The food overall, but the ambience was even better. Food overall was great. The ambience was better. They got mariachis around the clock singing. So, I mean, you kind of felt you were right in the cantina somewhere in Mexico City. So that felt outstanding. I gave it a solid 4.5. How about you, sweetheart?
I agree. I gave it a 4.5. The guac, we happen to be guac snobs. We are very particular about our guacamole.
We're guac experts.
We are guac experts, if you will. But their guacamole definitely did the trick. So I would give them a 4.5 too.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, number 4 is a place we found by accident after we went to a baseball game in Flushing, Queens. We wanted some good Chinese food, so we were wandering around Chinatown and we stumbled upon the New World Mall food court. And if down in the basement of the New World Mall, there is about 32 different vendors of all different types of Chinese food, ranging from Chinese, Vietnamese, Thai, Korean, from North and Southeast Asia. Let me tell you guys, this is some of the most authentic, flavorful, delicious Chinese food you will ever have. It's not the most fancy place, and it's a little confusing because most of it's written in Chinese, but they have little subtitles of what you're actually eating. But the taste of this Chinese food, 5 stars. It was fantastic. What do you think, honey?
Absolutely. We had some kind of fried rice. It wasn't your typical Mandarin or Cantonese fried rice, but it was outstanding. And then we had a ramen noodle soup, which definitely wasn't like the Maruchan brand that you'll find in Walmart at 33 cents a pop. It was like out of this world. I'm so glad we didn't even plan it. Normally we plan where to go eat, but it was, I mean, out of this world. And like you said, you know when it's authentic when the menu's not in English. So that's when we knew we were in for a treat.
Sometimes just exploring, you find the best places to eat by chance.
Absolutely. So at number 3, we go back down south to Disney Springs and we get a little taste of Art Smith's Homecoming. If you want to talk about American comfort food, that place pretty much epitomizes American comfort food. I had a fried chicken with homemade mashed potatoes on the side. And what did you have, sweetheart?
I had some fried catfish with mac and cheese.
Absolutely. The food on its own gets like 5 stars, but the service just took it like a whole notch above. The manager walks around and he engages every patron there. Normally you don't want to be bothered when you eat, but I mean the service brought there and the conversation we had was outstanding. Like he even let us in on some of the recipes, no?
Yeah, he wanted me to guess what was in the mac and cheese, and then I didn't guess right, and then he actually gave me the entire recipe, which is unheard of, but they were super nice there. Definitely recommend the food, the atmosphere. I gave it a 4.5 out of 5.
Absolutely. That was a solid 4.5 out of 5. If you ask me what to make it perfect, I don't know, but sometimes life ain't perfect. So a solid 4.5 out of 5 for Chef Art Smith's Homecoming down in Disney Springs.
All right, guys, making the way to the top. Number 2 is Giordano's Pizza in Orlando. And the only reason this did not get number 1 is because it takes 45 minutes to make a Chicago deep dish style pizza, which we didn't know when we got there, and we were starving. So we ended up getting calamari as an appetizer, but that was also great. But this is my first time having Chicago deep dish style pizza, and it was life-changing. It was amazing. The amount of cheese and sauce and the toppings they had. We got sausage, peppers, and onions, but sausage and only half because I don't like the sausage. But it was fantastic. 4.5. Like I said, it only didn't get a 5 because it takes 45 minutes to make a pizza. What did you think? Oh, absolutely. I was like mind blown. I've had deep dish pizza, but that was Pizza Hut style, so that really doesn't count. Yeah, that doesn't count. I mean, I was blown away by it. The way the amount of sauce that's in there, the cheese just melting ooey and gooey style, and the sausage was great. Even though you don't like sausage on your pizza, but that was outstanding. I gave it a solid 5. You don't get much experience there. I mean, it looks like your typical pizza parlor, or maybe just a notch above. But the value that you get at that place is in the food itself. So definitely, when you're in Orlando or near the Universal Park, should stop by Giordano's and give that a shot. Absolutely. And for number 1, this place was special before we even stepped onto it. We went for my birthday back in July 2020 to Orlando to go to Universal, and Universal was back in reopening mode, but unfortunately not all of its restaurants in City Walk was opening, and the one we wanted to go
was the cowfish. So we missed out on cowfish in July 2020, but we finally got a shot to go back in November of 2020 when we went for your birthday. Well, so think about bringing a cow and fish together, and that's what you get in cowfish. You know, you get burgers, you get steaks, and then you get sushi. Speaking of fusions, I had a burgushi. That's a burger and a sushi put together. That's what you get, burgushi. It was burger with stuff all rolled into sushi. And you had?
I had a tempura coconut shrimp sushi roll, but it was topped with mango. It was fantastic. And then for an appetizer, we got French fries, but they were cheese fries, and they had garlic and truffle. They were out of this world. And they also have a variety of alcoholic drinks, and they are known for their milkshakes, which we didn't get because we were too full. But next time, I am not missing out. They have a grasshopper milkshake, which you know, mint and chocolate is where it's all at. What do you guys think about mint and chocolate? Because I know it's widely debated.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that I just can't stop talking about that.
The burgushi.
Yeah, I mean, the taste of it was out of this world, amazing. I don't think one was enough for me. We also had fries.
The truffle fries.
Truffle fries. Those were great. And we had a nice cocktail drink there that we shared. It was all outstanding. The service was great. The experience was probably, I mean, close to Mythos.
Definitely.
Yeah.
They were very accommodating.
Yeah.
We had a reservation. They took us right when we walked
right
in.
Away.
We didn't have to wait more than a minute.
So all in all, that got a perfect score of 5 for me.
Absolutely. I gave it a 5 out of 5. I'll be back there next time we're in Orlando.
Absolutely. All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed this list. Please let us know in the comment section, what are your top places and foods that you've had the chance to taste while you traveled. And like I said before, this is a new channel. I mean, right now we're just limited to those 10, but going forward, I think next year we'll probably have a whole new,
it could be a whole new top 10 list. Who knows?
And overseas as well. I mean, you might not see the same top 10 list.
And maybe we'll take some of your recommendations and go try out some of those places too.
Absolutely. All right, guys, it was a blast. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe.